Well, it's morning, but it sure isn't a good morning. I woke up this morning because someone backed into me. And then he denied that he backed into me. And then he offered me 20 bucks for the damage. And then he said he didn't hit me. And then he started to drive away. And then the police got here. And then he said I drove into him. I had a witness here, this nice guy in this truck, not this blue one, but there's a truck beside me here, this flatbed, who saw the whole thing happen and was my witness. So thank God for that, because for some reason this dash camera here was not recording. It said it was, but it wasn't recording, so I didn't have the footage. So I was like, for crying out loud. This guy backs into me. I finally have a use for the dash camera that I have on my window, and it fails me. Anyways, the guy woke me up. He was trying to do a U-turn. I wasn't parked here anymore. I moved already because I had to move so he could get out. I don't know what he was doing. Short story is he backed into me. I was sleeping, fast asleep, and it woke me up. And then the driver beside me started honking at the guy saying that, hey, you hit someone. And then I got up here, I started honking at him. I quickly got dressed, ran out there and stopped him. Then that's where my story started. He comes out, looks at the damage, offers me $20. I'm like, $20 ain't gonna fix this, buddy. I have to make a report. And then he goes and says, well, I didn't hit you. You just offered me $20 and said that you hit me. Everyone saw you hit me. No, I didn't hit you, I didn't hit you. Walks off to his truck. He says, I'm out of here, I'm gonna drive off. So he drove off, and I called the police to let them know, well, now it's a hit and run. And I told him as he was walking away, I said, you know, I'm not gonna hold you here, but everyone saw you hit me. And if you drive away, that's a hit and run. That makes it worse for you. The guy smartened up and he turned around, came back and parked in the lot here. And the police got here, took our reports. And the cops didn't tell me what that guy had said happened. But the guy who was my witness, who saw it all happen, I went and talked to him later and just said, you know, thanks for speaking up, so that they, you know, so I had a witness. And he's like, yeah, they said that the guy who hit me said that I drove into him. While I was sleeping, apparently, I got behind the wheel and I decided, hey, this trailer is right in front of me. Let's drive into it. And his story changed like 3 times. So I don't know what's gonna happen. So I did my part. I made the police report. I called into my work, let them know what happened. I'll show you the damage here right away. But he poked a little hole in my radiator. I think, well, small little hole. I'm hoping that I'll be able to limp it somewhere to get this radiator fixed now. But he broke up my front. Here, let's just show you. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Like, the people make up stories and have to lie about it. Like, you made a mistake, you backed into someone. Why are you lying to the police? Now you're on record telling a lie. You don't think that's gonna get back to your company? Anyway, I want to show you what they did here. It doesn't look like much, right? First off, crack in the bumper right there. Doesn't look like much, right? But this is all torn up here, and what he did actually was he pushed this grill all the way in so that it touched my radiator back there. So it's not the end of the world. It's not a huge collision. It's not life-ending, or it might not even put me out of service here. Like it really doesn't look like there is that big of a hit on the radiator. You can just tell that it got hit from the grill, and it is leaking a little bit from the looks of it. This sucks. Am I allowed to say that? I think in this situation, you can give me a free pass. Really, really unfortunate. There's a lot of other words I would like to use to describe this situation. I'll just leave those to your imagination. Not cool. Not cool. This is why I hate parking at big truck stops, because people back into you. And the guy who backed into me too, is very hard to communicate with him, because English was definitely not his first language. Looked like he could have probably moved here from Africa, I think, because his English didn't sound that well, and that's what it sounded like. That's where it sounded like he was from. And I said, I don't even know what you're doing. If you want to drive away, I'm not going to hold you here. You want to drive away, that's fine, but the police are going to chase you down. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to have to come after you for a hit and run, because I have all your information. I took a picture of your license plate, a picture of you, a picture of your truck, a picture of the damage, and I have a witness. So go ahead, drive away. Fine, I'm good. He was smarter, he stuck around, but then he outright lied to the police in his report. Let's go talk to the shop here at the Flying J. There is a shop here, a Boss shop. Let's see if they're open. It is Veterans Day today when I am filming this, so I was sure to thank the police officers who came here to do the report for their service. I know Veterans Day is for military personnel, but they came out and helped me out here, and they came out pretty quickly too to do the report and stop him from leaving. So I did thank them and told them that I don't think that it's fair the way they're sometimes portrayed as the bad guys, and that I always back them up. I said that to them afterwards. I wasn't trying to convince them to take my side or anything. After everything was done, I went and said that to him. But let's see if we can get going. I'm just blabbing on here because I'm upset. And this is long johns here. This isn't underwear. I'm not even gonna edit that out. I don't care. It's cold. I'm not ashamed. Sometimes I wear long johns. Well, not the best way to start the day, but I'm still on schedule. I can still deliver my freight. The shop mechanic came and took a look at it, and the damage is only to my AC condenser. So I can still drive the truck right now. I just need to get that condenser fixed as soon as possible. It didn't push through onto my rad. There's the AC condenser first, and then the radiator's behind it, and it did puncture the AC condenser. But that doesn't stop my truck from running. It stops me from having air conditioning, and it's not really good for the truck to be run for too long without that. So, oh, I need to put this in my folder here. One second. Organize myself here. So yeah, there's no fluid leaking. I'm gonna get that fixed real soon, but I can still deliver my freight. So all in all, I'm getting a new grill, I'm getting a new bumper, and I'm getting a new AC condenser and anything else that may have been damaged. But all of the vital things of the truck, the vital organs you might say, are working just fine. And they gave me the go-ahead to keep going. They just said I won't have air conditioning, and good thing it's winter time. I don't really like running the truck like this, but it won't be for too long. I'll get it home, and the next time I'm home, I'll get it in the shop. We have to wait for the parts anyway, because we'll have to make an insurance claim. That's why we had the police report. So I'm not paying for a new AC condenser, so I'm really glad I did do the police report and everything and followed through on it. I thought it was a lot worse, but thank God it's not. And now we're on our way. I'm really glad I got the shop here at Flying J to look at it. I just had it in here at the Boss shop here in Fargo, North Dakota. That mechanic was a funny guy. Looked like he just drank like 3 energy drinks. He was just bouncing off the walls. But off we go. Another day, another dollar, and I get a new free grill out of all this. Oh, my friend, you're coming in the exit, and you're trying to go out the exit. Okay. I guess that's not technically an exit. That could be an entrance, too. I've come in this way before. Whatever. Off we go. Into Minnesota. I think this is the best angle I have for you guys. Since the camera is right on my head, the audio picks up really well. better than if it's across the cab or on the window. And you also get a first-person view of exactly what I'm looking at and exactly how messy my truck is. So, we're still trucking along here. A little more calmed down since this morning. I mean, I didn't get too upset. I mean, I know that accidents happen. But it just really bugs me when preventable, dumb accidents happen. You know, accidents that didn't have to. All accidents are preventable, you might say. But this one was exceptionally dumb. But thank God there wasn't any like really bad damage that will completely disable my truck, right? Thank God for that. Because I really need to keep moving. I'm not at a spot yet where I can park this truck or have it in the shop for any extended amount of time. Really need this truck to run steady now till Christmas, because I want to take off at least a week for Christmas, right? It's Christmas! But if my truck goes into the shop now for too long, well, that means I'm going to have to run very hard to be able to take even a little bit of time off at Christmas. Christmas is the one season of the year when I don't negotiate. I will be home for Christmas. There are no questions, there are no ifs, ands, or buts. I will miss other holidays if I have to, but I will be home for Christmas. I can't figure out why my dash camera wasn't recording this morning. You know, the one time you're supposed to record, the one time I actually need you, you fail me. It was recording last night, and then during the middle of the night it stopped recording. And it's supposed to be on motion sensing, right? So that whenever it senses motion, it turns on. I don't know what happened, but I'm so glad that I had that witness. Really nice driver from Vegas. Really nice guy. But it's time to get that replaced. I tried fiddling with it a little bit and trying to get my files out of it. Turns out it's malfunctioning. It's old or it needs to be replaced. So add that to the list of many things that I need to buy. Another dash cam. I could use the GoPro, yeah, but that's not exactly for security purposes, right? I don't want to have my GoPro running all night. And it doesn't have a motion sensor to only turn on when there's motion. Whatever, I'll find a good one. I'll find a good one. I want it to be a really good one, not a cheapie. I'm done buying cheap stuff, you know? Remember I bought that Chinese GoPro knockoff? That just bombed. So I went out and bought the real deal. Pardon me, my wife bought the real deal. I got the real deal. Let's give credit where credit is due. She saved up her money for months and months. And she spent her hard-earned money on me and you guys so that we could have a better vlog. Because she knew how much my cameras were irritating me. I know, isn't she awesome? That's why I married her, because she's awesome. She could have spent that money on herself. I know there's a few things that she needs to get. But she chose to spend it on me instead. I don't know why. You might think she loves me or something. Well, I'm gonna make sure that she's taken care of this winter, that's for sure. I want to get her a whole new wardrobe, you know? She's not too fussy with clothes. Like, she has a couple of nice clothes, but she's not like what you would say the typical girl would be that needs a new outfit every day. She's not like that. You know, one of these months I want to take her on like a shopping spree. She deserves one of those things. I need new clothes too, but I can live without them. I just live in a truck. I got no one to impress out here. Only you guys, and you guys don't mind. And that guy, and he doesn't care. Look, he didn't even look at me. Didn't even wave. He doesn't care if I'm wearing pants or not. He's just giving her. All right, we're out of here. Nobody coming? You see anybody? Nobody coming? Oh, thank us. Stop before we enter the road. We'll signal our intent. I'm a weird guy, I know. Welcome. Welcome to the vlog. If you haven't figured out, I'm kind of weird already.
Continue 600
missing out.
meters, then turn right on Tagus Avenue.
Alright, so we are off to Owatonna. I heard someone call it Owatonna the other day. I always called it Owatonna. Somebody tell me. I need help. Is it called Owatonna or Owatonna, Minnesota? .5 hours. Let's just round it up to 12. A whole 12 hours to get loaded. Usually, like I say, it takes 6 to 8 hours average, but I got here today. I was on time for when I was supposed to be there, and they warned me right off the bat. I guess they were running behind or something, and they're like, this is gonna be a while. So I went to sleep. I slept the whole time pretty much until they were done loading me, and tarped it, and then I came out here and slept some more in their yard, and now I'm getting ready to leave the next day. I'm just gonna close off this vlog here and give you a look at this load that took 12 hours to load. Okay, 12 hours. Let me show you what 12 hours looks like. This here is what 12 hours looks like. I'm glad I got to sleep through most of it. I just had to get up to tarp it. This is going all the way to Surrey, British Columbia. 3 days of driving. It's just under 3,000 kilometers, like 2,970 kilometers from here. It's halfway across the continent. It's all the way on the west coast of Canada. It's gonna take 3 days. 3,000 kilometers, how much would that be? About 1,800 miles? Maybe 1,900 miles? No, I did the math already. 1,845 miles. Somewhere in there. It's gonna be fun. I love these long trips. Especially if we're going towards a place that has better weather than I have right here. Diesel was a superstar and napped the whole time. So he's ready to go. He's ready to rock. Look at him. Why aren't we moving? I want you to go now. Diesel, hey. Are you gonna drive your fair share this trip? You never drive your fair share, man. You're always sleeping all the time. Other people like to sleep too, you know. You wanna drive? No comment? I think I'm gonna have my nap first. That's what I thought. So anyways, guys, I've got to start my next day here, so I'll see you tomorrow from right here. 3-day trip west. We'll be going through the United States, down the I-90, up to the I-94 through Montana and Idaho and all those northwestern states out there. I'm really looking forward to it. There should be some really good scenery. We got to go through all the mountains. So I hope you tune in, subscribe if you haven't already. and I'll see you later.